We fed up for all your life. You could do much better. Kaiso, food prices going up too high. I's a madman. We can buy rice or flour. Don't the chicken gone up? Peas gone up, sausage gone up, cheese gone up. It's everything gone up. I's a madman. Kaiso. To talk about the crime situation now is a problem. Too much of rape, murders and robbery, how they gas up them. I see you talk and you talk out we brain. With a set of lies, while the country going down the drain. Them don't care about nobody. Wants to fix the finance, make short friends and family. So the whole of the country wants you now to stop lying. Cause the next election is a new party we voting. Like you forget your people once you in power and you're moving evil. You had the whole place sour. And now that we discover is 2% that they offer. This is one little thing that I want all you to remember. We fed up for all your life. You could do much better. Gas prices going up too high. The cost of living is getting harder.
Politricks 2022. Welcome to what we call Politricks, a program that is here to enlighten you on the political developments that is happening on St. Martin. Of course, this program is the most serious program that we have. This program is the most serious program we have because we analyze, we dissect, and we make sure we come with...
We?
Yes, we come with great solutions for country St. Martin.
You sound like a politician. You running?
No, I too fat, I can't run. So, Politricks today, we've been off for 2 weeks because Cedric was busy.
Lost in the trenches, swallowed up in the flood.
Busy. Cedric, my co-host.
I was going
Wait a minute now.
He
was busy negotiating with different political parties, especially those who went independent. So therefore, he's the independent consultant.
I was on my way to the meeting, but I got washed up in the flood. And I was
you washed out or walked out? Which one it is?
I was washed up in the flood, stuck in the trench by Sucker Garden, waiting on the contract to be signed to get the trenches clean.
My name is Andrew Dick, and of course next to me is one of the ugliest hosts in St. Martin, the one, the only Cedric Ortega.
You have to wear it with pride, ladies and gentlemen. It's a conversation piece. Don't get confused.
No, Cedric, you were stuck.
Didn't have my floaties.
You didn't have your floaties,
No.
but at least, you get your pump to work.
My pump never stopped working. I check it regularly.
You check your pump regularly?
Yeah, as part of your maintenance
So you don't need the
program.
Dutch to help you with a pump?
No. As part of your maintenance program, being prepared for what is coming in the future. I went to the Scouts, so I always prepared. My pump don't work.
Your pumps work.
Yeah.
Yeah, but some pumps stopped
working,
working, especially during when it was raining. And the minister even this week
stopped
said...
pumping when it was raining, or it stopped working when it was raining, or it wasn't working?
I think I'm confused.
Yeah, me too.
No, well, according to the
But
press
that would
release-
happen when you're pumping working. Get confused.
Too much drainage?
Not enough. Get back up.
Back up. Ladies and gentlemen, please, always check your pumps, all right? And if you need to check your pumps, there's some good grease for sale at Auto Depot. Because today, Politricks is brought to you by Auto Depot.
Number Napa? Napa
No.
got the best lubricants around. Makes things work smooth. Make sure your pump always, piston always.
No.
No?
Nah.
You sure?
Nah, I'm too busy dealing with the taxes. Anyway, now, today on the show, we have to talk about the different political situations that is happening. Of course, Cedric always, and when I say always, tries to, spin the negative situations that's happening in Parliament.
You watching me?
Because I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you.
Waiting.
Especially since you have the opposition members trying to flex their muscles and acting like little children by walking out of meetings and not giving quorum to important meetings. However, they did go to Statia to enjoy the Statia Day celebrations while the coalition of 8 had to be here dealing with the
What
amendment
is the problem?
of
I'm
the
trying to figure out.
2022 budget so that people could get paid, so that the country can continue moving forward.
If they pass the
But
budget,
yet,
I might get a contract
the
again.
opposition members continue to show that they are inexperienced. And shame on Auntie Sarah for leading this coalition of opposition members.
You done? I'm trying to figure out what your real gripe is. Is it the height of the people doing the shenanigans now? It actually falling in your eyesight? Because when Rolando started to jump up and cry and run out of meeting, not fair, we don't have enough. It wasn't a problem for you then.
No. This was about many important things. For example, the unity flag. You gonna do that for the unity flag? You gonna walk out on the unity flag? You gonna walk out on the unity flag?
My monologue and that hustle coming just now, folks. Hey, Politricks, so don't worry. Andrew trying to segue.
There is no segue.
He wants to get me to jump on the flag before we deal with this issue.
No.
Put a pin in the flag. I'm coming back to that.
No pin on
watch me. I have been hustled, bamboozled. Who own the rights to that flag? You see where you want me to go?
St. Martin.
So,
welcome to St. Martin.
St. Martin.
Do you live on St. Martin? Are you a guest? You see, this is the thing with people who have no type of national pride. He doesn't have any national pride. So you have to excuse him because he believes
which one of the national pride? Netherlands, Antilles, the Netherlands, Dutch St. Martin, the unity flag, friends.
Throw away your passport then. Throw away your passport. Throw it away. You ain't gonna do that, right?
No,
you ain't gonna do that.
I'm asking you unity to what? You're telling me throw away my passport. My passport says, oranje boven. Heb ik een probleem? Nee. PFV. What's your problem?
Listen.
You see who confused? You see who confused?
I did not.
Oranje boven. Mijn paspoort zegt eigendom der Nederlanden. So if it's passport orientated, what we unity around? We got flag established, St. Martin established 1493 under the auspices of the Dutch. What are you confused about? So
why
if it's
that the people of this country cannot come together and have a symbol, a cultural symbol? Let's have a cultural symbol. That is an event. I'm talking about a piece of cloth that we know that represents us as two people in one country. St. Martin, 37 square miles. Do I need to continue?
Yes, because you self-realizing the rhetoric you say makes no sense whatsoever, right?
Cedric.
You're going to wear the flag? You're going to wear... White symbolizing. White symbolizing.
You know
Philipsburg or Marigot? Which one?
Philipsburg and Marigot.
And united? Unity? Together you fuck.
What is happening
when you come together? When things come together, they usually do what? Become one, right?
Clash, because clearly this one here is horrible.
So Tongue and Philipsburg were reunited.
It's
Tongue
one
and
island.
Two entities.
It's
one
island.
Two entities. United.
Reunited.
So that,
what's the problem?
Okay, you
see
the contradiction. And Nevis.
And Nevis. Yes.
Other island.
But guess what? Guess what?
Who call the shots in Nevis? Like, the conversation is bigger than this childish one you want to have, which is all about
childish.
which is
it's
all
about national symbol.
Oh boy, grow up.
No!
You sound just as retarded as the people who pushing the nonsense.
You see, this is why.
Grow up, Andrew. Grow up, Andrew. It is time.
You are not
take the chupong out of your mouth. Take the chupong.
You will never
take the chupong out of your mouth.
You don't understand.
I don't need to
because
never
you don't have any
be
type of cultural. Yeah, but that's the problem.
Which cultural?
You need some type of cultural manifestation. That's what the hell you need. Because obviously you don't have no sense of pride. Do you have a sense of pride? Like when you walk outside, Cedric.
You don't hear yourself?
Sorry, when you limp outside, you just don't.
I walk in now, the hip
Oh, you
fix.
walk in?
Yeah,
the hip fix? Yeah. Okay. When you're walking outside, you don't feel like, this is St. Martin, unique.
You know how it is expressed those
37
things?
square miles.
You know how it is expressed
Have
those
a sense
things?
of pride.
You know how I express those things? I give you SLS. Because I love St. Martin, I make sure you have a quality laboratory. Because I love St. Martin, I give you food safety, make sure the food you eat safe. Because I truly love St. Martin, I give you the drinking water ordinance. I don't give the people I love fluff, I give them substance, something to hold on to. But go ahead, wave your flag. Wave your flag.
You're a hypocrite.
Wave your flag, and
you're a
then
hypocrite?
while you're waving the flag, go look for
Because
Peter
it's the same person.
Wave your flag
big up
and
Christopher
go look.
for putting up a big ass flag on.
Go wave your flag.
No,
wave your
because
flag.
he doesn't maybe like the players
Go
behind the
wave
unity
your
flag.
flag.
You don't like
Who
the
are the
players
players?
behind. You don't like the players
Who are
behind the
the
unity
players?
flag.
I don't look for players.
But this is the problem.
Oh, so it has to be because of who behind it? That's how you. That's
what's your problem with it?
Reason.
What's your problem
It's
with
an
it?
empty symbol that has nothing. You made a choice.
You are empty with nothing.
Wait. When did you vote for the colors? Where do you sign?
I wasn't alive yet.
Where you sign the petition?
I wasn't alive.
Oh, I know when that come about. Remember the referendum on the French side?
Yes.
That's when that flag came into being. As part of that whole jump up. It wasn't also being touted as when we go independent. You know what independence, once in Martin means? Civil war. You ready for that?
Can't be civil.
Oh, no, because you don't understand how you get a government to unite. You know how Upper and Lower Kemet was united and became Egypt? Because Nama had to go in with the troops and put on somebody else to be united. You know how the Netherlands became a country? They fought an 80-year war with Spain. You understand what independence and one is, what that means to become? So when we trying to educate people, we don't. It's a cultural symbol of what? Determined by who?
The people who live on the island.
Wait. When was the referendum for it?
You know, this is the
when was it?
Not because
when
you
was
don't
a competition?
like the flag.
When was a competition to design it? Like the one what we just have here, St. Martin flag, which again confusing because you can't be a country in a country. You in the Vatican, people laugh at us. So this flag is already redundant. Let's put in one more. Okay, good. But even that one, it was a competition. We all know Rosie Richardson run it. Every year that it comes around, we could honor the one who did that, right? Where did flag come up from? Answer my simple-minded question.
Yes,
Let's start by the beginning, because are you big Bible people? Just open the Bible, start reading. Before you ask, who put this document together? Why is it this? So are you just read things, look at things without understanding the premises and the genesis of it? See where I got a problem with?
No sense of
what?
dignity.
I have a sense of how to do things the right way.
And that's why.
I have a sense of how to do things the right way. And I don't jump on no bandwagon to just be on a bandwagon.
This has nothing to do with a bandwagon.
Yes, it does.
Standing for
something.
Wait.
You answer none of the questions. Wait, don't answer.
I have to ask
do not ask me one question unless you answer the questions I ask.
I want to ask you a question.
Good, I'm going to answer that.
What is a St. Martiner to you?
St. Martin in itself is a political construct. Any and everybody can be a St. Martiner. Keep asking me the same question.
What?
St. Martin is a political construct, a creation of Europeans during their colonial days. Any and everybody can be a St. Martiner. Look at your parliament today.
So we're not a real place, Cedric? Are we not a real place?
Wait. I say one thing.
Because you say
and
one
you
thing.
strawman it with
Because it
whatever
doesn't
you
make-
want.
Because you ain't making no sense.
Wow.
You ain't making no
Which
sense.
part of that made no sense?
Because-
Which part I need to break down for you? Which part you don't understand?
Cedric.
Wh-
St. Martin?
Which part of a political construct established 1493 don't you get?
Anybody can not be a St. Martin, so catch yourself. All right?
You a Simano?
Sorry?
You a Simano?
Yes.
Ask me if I a Simano.
You're a St. Martin?
Yes.
Oh.
Where you were born?
Does it matter?
Yes.
Why?
Because I'm proving my point. Anybody could be a Simano, relevant to where you're born. I'm thinking you could solve, so I'm not saying look at solve. Mi mama te di Anguilla, mi tata di Kosovo. I a St. Martin, argue with me.
You have to by generation.
I don't want what generation.
Because your mother, father, sister, uncle.
Santo Domingo,
Yeah?
Antigua, wherever the cane was. Not here for sure.
No.
Lago, Aruba, Shell.
Anyway,
Oh.
okay. Let's
What?
bring it back to focus.
Yeah, but I
Parliament-
what?
Wait. We're gonna have this discussion.
Oh,
later
okay.
on
Okay.
another lady. The Parliament of St. Martin seems to be
Who made the money?
in a very
Who made the
interesting
money?
situation right
You ain't noticed that all the necessary attributes were already in place. The small flags on the list stick contributing to more plastic in the environment 2 days after this whole shenanigan finished. These plastic flags all over the place. The same group of people gonna jump up talk about save the environment. But it was coincidental that all that material was already available for St. Martin Day.
Long live St. Martin. Now, as far as the Parliament is concerned, you do notice that the members of Parliament are somewhat showing political maturity in some cases, whereby they vote for certain laws, and of course, when it comes to the quorum, given the government the quorum, it's a different story. Now, my question is, Cedric.
The numbers game, you don't play the numbers game. That means every time you open your mouth about Parliament, all I supposed to hear is a magic 8. Nothing else.
No, what I'm saying is,
Huh?
there is a majority in Parliament right now, which is 8 members.
Okay, good. That
right.
means that means our act supposed to be smooth sailing.
But what I cannot forgive
Huh?
is members of Parliament
Who you don't need?
also,
Who you don't need?
hey, we all need them. You know why?
Why?
Because we just pay them every single goddamn month. That's why.
Wait.
So don't come.
No, we talking about paying them every
No, not now. All the time.
So whether the day or that day we paying them, it makes no difference. When they come in to save the date, boom, we paying them all the time.
It's not about saving the day, it's about doing your civic duty.
Oh.
And that's the problem.
What is
Cedric.
the civic duty?
You
Showing
are
up?
promoting
Showing up?
laziness.
Showing
because
up?
then you have MPs
That's
who
what
are
promoting.
receiving over $10,000 a month.
Dude,
then they go
the chairman
and
stay
they
down
show up.
on the chair of Parliament and sleep. Promote laziness. You don't have to be outside of the building to do it.
He has a lazy eye.
You could be right there,
He has a lazy
fall
eye.
asleep.
He
You
has
could
a
be
lazy
like
eye.
you could be like Akeem. You know, in school, when you want to pretend like some classes you want to sleep, what you gotta do is hold a book like this, put your hand on it and sleep. You don't see Akeem holding his phone and sleeping.
He's concentrating. He's meditating on the topic at hand. They were discussing the budget, for God's sake.
Oh.
So
Appropriate time to take a nap.
anyway, the government
Yes.
does not have a problem, according to them.
The government don't have a problem. The government enjoys the majority of 10 members as it is. Go look it up online. You'll see. 2-party government, 10 members. Up to today, nothing changed.
Chris ain't signed.
Nothing changed. What?
Chris ain't signed.
He ain't signed. He didn't resign either. He's still in Parliament, right?
He's still in
So
power.
that means he's a member of the NA officially.
My thing is, why is it that we allow these MPs to continue dilly-dallying when it comes to these meetings? Because
So we will stop we reached a point now that we should stop the dilly-dallying? Because you just mentioned continuing, indicating that it was happening all the time. So why now should it stop?
I mean, why no?
Why specifically now?
Because
And not all the time before?
because I just thought of it.
Oh, you just thought of it. But I was mentioning the confusion on
but I don't listen to
Club,
most of the things you say.
But I don't listen to you
because most of
neither.
the time it's like
But-
yap. So I understand.
Seemingly I to be right though.
What?
Yeah.
You see, I didn't hear nothing. I didn't
know.
hear that. I didn't hear
know.
nothing. I didn't hear nothing. So
Yes.
Sarah Westcott Williams. The Democratic Party was supposed to have a convention last week, and she said that she has to cut off or fix up some loose ends, and then the convention will be called. And I would like to say it's okay if you can't find any candidates. Cedric is available. Please take him. Please take him.
Available to do
To go with the DP. So
where?
the convention was set to have, get the red machine ready. You know, they even said, the DP is back on track, getting the gang together. But apparently the gang didn't want to show up. Any comments? No?
meeting was cancelled, postponed to a further date.
Yeah.
There any other insinuations on your part? What they got to do with me? I mean, we realize which party isn't calling for a convention though.
And which party is that?
That's the up. I want to see the green machine without. It's gonna be a distant memory.
The Green Machine.
Yeah.
Just like I want you to be a distant memory. Oh, I
Eventually.
wish for the-
Eventually. You see, the difference is my self-destruct mode is set so high.
Cedric, when it comes to the United People's Party and its restructuring, because I did hear that they're busy restructuring the party, specifically after the departure of the worst president of parliament in St. Martin history.
Boy, she getting a run for money by two people.
Who's that?
Boy, you can't, the two of them, William and Cookie together, right, giving Greece one a run for money, and it done pass already. But the two of them, wow, like,
What do you mean?
amazing.
What do you mean?
Nothing. I just, point of order. Mr. Chairman, wake up. Do somebody second the motion? No, not you. I don't want you to talk. You just.
I think the abrasiveness of
You
the,
did what? You actually thought. Damn.
the abrasiveness of the chair is what we need in parliament right now. What? Because no,
Can somebody watch the hypocrisy line? Come on.
the reason why I say that is because
You had to stay awake.
too much craziness happening in parliament, and you need a firm hand to keep everybody in check. The
They
chair is
call a
supposed to be
meeting-
neutral.
Did they call
the
a
chair is
meeting-
supposed to be
Wait.
very neutral, whereby
no,
they keep
no,
all members of
Andrew,
parliament in check, especially somebody who didn't know how to run
Andrew,
parliament in the first
Andrew,
place.
Andrew, I know you live episodic. There's a couple of these brain exercise program. I'm gonna send them to you. You play them 5 minutes every day. Keep your mind sharp. What did our Mr. William Mallon expound on the floor of Parliament as his number one reason for not wanting the Honorable Chair Lady to carry out her function?
Because he sides with the opposition,
The fact,
which is true.
the
because
fact
both
that she
meetings were
wasn't
called-
protecting. This is his word.
Never said
He was. You want pull it
I
up?
don't-
You want me
he
pull
never
it up?
said that.
You want
I-
me pull
I
it
think
up? I
you're
just
just
saved the
making up.
clips. I just saved the clips.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I saved the clips.
I don't recall.
Oh, you don't
I
recall?
don't recall.
You sound like a president.
No,
man.
I just saying.
You
I
don't recall.
I don't recall.
That's why I said I'm gonna send you the Google brain exercises. Get sharp. Stay with me. You see, you just stay right there. I knew you wouldn't recall, so I understand the problem. So William decided she needs to go because she's not protecting Protecting the ministers. I have been out of my mind with that comment because it illustrates the hypocrisy and the inability to function properly as parliamentarians, your impartial character. Lo and behold, now the gentleman that says, my job is to protect it strong, we got hold it down, we got this in check, now obviously realizing the impartial nature of parliament. And when you get thick up the fingers, where you eat, how strong you be, it's showing you, the public, the hypocrisy of these people. Because you had a person there who was calling the necessary meeting.
Why
We want to know what's
people
going on the airport. I want to know what's going on in the airport. It is the height of ridiculousness. China built an airport in the middle of the ocean in 6 months. In the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
From scratch. 6 months. We had a Chinese company who made a bid. The money had to go back Holland and to ballast Nadam, who beat up on Schiphol itself. We have project being written that not taking the basic into account. I saw a video with sheetrock in the bathroom, mold heaven waiting to happen, and nobody taking responsibility for that. Beep. Just more money, and we just more money. We just sign off on more money.
Okay.
They need more
That's
money.
one thing that I can agree with my confused friend next to me. The Princess Juliana International Airport, sounding the alarm of the situation that's happening there is the height of ridiculousness that we can't.
They forget to paint the
paint the
rebars with fire retardant paint. Listen, man, you order those things from the factory with those stuff on it. You know that the factories, you know that this type of stuff has to meet certain standards, right? So you don't come with a paintbrush and paint it on. That's steel, right? It can be coated. You know that coating the work? Under pressure, under temperature. How you gonna coat these bars in place now?
Okay, look, you're going to be the minister of everything. And I will be the CEO, the worst CEO in St. Martin history, Brian Mingo. And we are meeting. And I want you to ask me for an update concerning the terminal building.
Mr. Mingo, thank you for having this meeting with us. According to the schedule that is presented here by the project management, we should be on course to having XYZ completed by the end of this month, which should be the terminal building and the main departure hall, as was stated by Brenda and Cedric in the program, the morning program. They are going to be on the airport January 27 to catch December 27 to catch a flight leaving out of the departure hall because it should be on course to be finished.
Thank you, Minister, for having this meeting. First, can I offer you some coffee?
This water good.
Okay. Just to give you an update on the situation at hand, we've been having some issues with the painting of some of the areas, according to our engineer, who was part of the government. I don't know if you know him, Claude Chacho Peterson. He's the chief engineer here.
Stop.
And also
Stop. And if I may interject, seeing that I came prepared for the meeting, I must interject. Chacho has recently been added to the management team to address some of these problems that we are obviously facing now. For example, we are talking about areas being painted, right? Your painting areas is the roof work done. In your planning, obviously, there would have been situations where extreme noise pollution would have been the case. And as regular is done, these activities are accounted for by means of the amount of hours that need to take place in the night. In the night,
Mirto.
in the night, stop, in the night, and the necessary budget allocated for that. So it would have already been included in the initial budget. I'm seeing here also
Somebody get Hyman on the
a
phone.
report,
Get Hyman
a
on the
report
phone.
about the steel beams, the H beams not being a fire resistant prepared. Now, these are stuff that needs to take place under pressure, under specific circumstances at the factory. So now that they are in
Minister,
place,
allow
how
me
are
to
we going to
interrupt
deal
you.
with these
Allow
issues?
me to interrupt you and say that, the media have this whole thing mixed up with the negative publicity that is working towards, the hard work of these.
Again, I need to interject.
No, but
I am of the EPM, I am the public enemy generation. Song don't believe the hype. Please stop. Let us stick to the issues here.
Okay, the issue is that we trust our contractor, Ballast Nadam, because they're Dutch. They're Dutch. They're Dutch? I was expecting a better reaction than that. No, because they're Dutch.
Your logical fallacy doesn't apply here. Somebody's ethnicity or country of
No,
origin has nothing to do
there is no
with their ability
There is
to
no
do.
hanky-panky going on
The
because they're Dutch.
irrelevant is poor
Because-
planning.
No.
And the poor planning is costing the people of St.
Ballast
Martin.
Nadam has many projects that they have successfully
And many
finished.
projects that they have messed up extremely well too. I understand the politics that we're dealing with this Dutch company.
According to
but it
Ballast
is your
Nadam,
job.
it is-
It is your job to make sure that this project stays within budget and works on time. You're failing at that task miserably. How many extensions have we had since? How many budget increases have we had? And now to understand that we have H beams in place that were not pre-treated at the factory and need to be hand painted. Do you understand the consequences of applying that type of pre-treatment to these beams on site? What are the precautionary measures they're going to take? What are the costs involved? And how are we going to do this with the high season right up our boom seas?
Sir, I think that you are missing the point. The point is that the workers of the Princess Juliana International Airport continue to work as hard as possible so that we can have a ready-to-go airport, so that we can have and deal with the many passengers that continue to come to
Line
our
up
shore.
around the corner,
So-
as we saw in the media. And Jacqueline don't like me. So any chance she get, it gonna be me. So now I have to answer for your incompetence, because at the end of the day, those are workers. Ballast Nadam working for you. You have the necessary. Where's the report? You have the engineering report. You have the engineering report. How come?
I had given-
How come we are dealing with these type of?
I gave it to Mr. Hyman, but he's not here anymore, so I guess maybe he went home with it.
I must take anything you say about Hyman with regard. You don't speak for a man who's not here to defend himself. That's why you are the CEO. That's why your back, just as mine, is taking the brunt of this ridiculous situation. How are we going to deal with it? No more money is available. Let's start with that.
Oh no, that's a
And
problem.
who is responsible for these problems will have to absorb the cost, right? The delivery of the project, every month that it is delayed, there's a penalty for that. So now absorb those penalties and deal with your issues. You run in the airport, you have the contract. I don't have to come here and have this conversation with you. You do not tell me you need more money to fix problems that you should have foreseen as CEO.
We are working on increasing the salaries of all our workers.
You are not addressing the problem that I'm dealing with here right now.
But that's the thing.
Because without a functioning airport, without the revenue generating entity, you're going to always have a problem paying your workers adequately, and with your inflated salary on top of it.
I just hired a new secretary, and she is the sister of the incoming Minister of Tourism.
I have nothing to do with these issues. You need to answer and address what we are talking about.
Minister, what you need?
I need to know how you going to get this highly chemical retardant, fire retardant paint on these beams with a passenger hall full of people.
What can I do for you?
Nothing. I good.
You got everything?
Yeah. Maybe you don't know, but the 2 contracts you signed last week, they belong to me. Shut up. You get out of the way. For now.
Minister, I got your back. You
No,
got
no,
mine.
no, no,
Let
no,
me-
no, no, no,
Let
no,
me
no.
have your back.
You are exposing my backs to the likes of Jacqueline and the rest of the people out there who know I'm the hardest working minister. But with these type of situations, look at that picture in the newspaper. They white to boot, and they're going around the corner. If they were black people, you know our people would not worry, but they white. Like you. How you can do that to your own people?
Can we hire Michael Hyman back?
We have to talk to the Council of Ministers for that one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You think maybe the Prime Minister would... Maybe, well, you'll talk. Listen, we're going to discuss this on a later date.
No.
But,
we need solutions.
we're gonna-
I
we're
am
gonna
looking
work on
bad.
it. We're going to work on it.
You talking about incoming minister?
Yes, incoming minister. Okay, Cedric.
Yes.
If that was a real scenario, I can tell you that I am scared for this country, especially with the number of passengers, the number of tourists coming to St. Martin, and we not having the adequate space, the adequate
No, they don't
facility.
get sick and they're going to go in the hospital and lay down on a concrete slab in the back. Because, again, vamos italiano, as if the Italiano didn't steal our money before. We worked with the Italiano once before, and they steal our money. And then we bring in the hands, so hands will steal a shit.
Is there anything, listen, can we think on
But,
anything
Andrew,
positive?
Andrew.
Is there anything positive that's
Andrew,
happening on St. Martin right now?
when you are going into a project, right? The
Yeah.
project is in phases, right? You have all your engineers calculate the amount of concrete, the amount of all these materials. There's a price tag that goes with that. And then
Unexpected.
There's a
There's
margin.
unexpected.
There is a margin calculated of 10 to 15%. You know why? Because we know, for example, the price of steel will fluctuate. It is based on oil prices. We know this. So it's within those calculations that is already accounted for.
Cedric.
You order and you order your material for each phase in bulk. So all your material for a phase is ordered, Andrew.
COVID.
You are ahead of the curve,
COVID.
Andrew.
COVID.
Andrew,
COVID.
you are ahead of
There
the curve.
there was
COVID.
Yeah, that's it.
There's
COVID.
little-
That's
little
it. COVID.
COVID.
But that's 2 years. Let's say there was a 2 years. So take 5 years. 5 years minus 2 years. It's 3 years still.
Just interest.
So it's still bad. It's still pretty bad because then it basically took you.
Quarantine went nowhere.
Yeah, I mean,
I paid or you
and then to come with the ridiculous notion of having to get everybody back out of the airport and then put them back in tents so that they can work day and night. You know, I don't understand. I mean, I heard Schiphol came down last week and they demanded to see the management, they demanded to see the Prime Minister. And guess what? The Prime Minister left the government administration building and went to the airport building next to Texaco there in Simpson Bay, Skyport, and went to the meeting. The Prime Minister was summoned by the Schiphol officials. And my scary thing is, what the hell does Schiphol have to do with the Princess Juliana International Airport? They own, what was that? Is they precious? That's precious.
Listen, it's strategic, right? And it's not new. There are different ways that European countries are reabsorbing these smaller countries on a different jacket. They either take your ports of entry or they take over your utilities. One of the two. In our case, they're going for both.
Okay, that's scary. Yeah. So
Ain't
basically,
obvious?
yeah, but, They can't just fire Mingo. Okay, they tried.
As
and then
if it gonna make a difference.
So if somebody else was there,
Look, we have the airport, we have a management. The management of the airport, right, is supposed to make sure that the airport operations are functioning adequately. We have here a building project, a project that needs to be overseen qua building. That needs its own director, its own supervision outside of airport management. But when everybody want to be able to call shots and dictate and they hear 270 million, the eyes are open when they think 1%. This is an engineering task. I don't expect Bingo to be able to understand that those bars need to come treated already.
yeah, but at least have advisors, man.
That will cost more money. 1%, Andrew, 200 something, 1%. How much for you fire you want to stretch at 1%? Stay with me now. No, these independent airport reconstruction, this is the team under that individual responsible for it with the adequate expertise behind their name.
And then you have the CFO that is leaving already. He just arrived and now he's leaving because he came, he saw, and he was like, nee.
He said, ooh, and then, how much more millions? No.
I resign. All right.
You,
Yeah. Look for somebody
anybody
else.
with some self-respect,
Yeah, that's
watch
what
a
I know.
project of that size and can't come to and go and ask for more money. Like you ain't account for these things. Somebody will take your head off.
Somebody gonna get locked up.
How you not account for these things? But again, we've seen that the wrong people sitting at the table making decisions they have no competence to make. Where's the independent engineer? Building engineer overseeing this whole project from start to finish. And don't tell me no skipper. Because we have to have somebody here who take on that responsibility and go put it to their chest, who go read that document with a
What do
fine
you
comb.
expect from a government that hires 16 independent or temporary managers? A temporary manager, another temporary manager, another temporary manager, a CEO,
Would he
and then
say-
suspend.
Would he say, you know what?
Like,
I don't know that. Yeah.
there is, the line is crossed.
You know, I just try. I don't blame them. You see this pump thing? When I see the minister have to micromanage, you understand a minister on a national stage talking about a pump? A pump?
Yes, hello. My pump is not working.
Like,
But we put a speed bump over the pipes.
The
that
minister-
as soon as
minister-
the actual working pump comes, the Dutch is gonna help us with my pump. Thank you.
where is your scheduled maintenance? Where is your planning? Right? You know 6 months out of your year, you are potentially in a hurricane and rainy season. Your equipment gotta be working. All your rubbers gotta be placed, your hoses gotta be...
Your pump get full.
and your pump gotta be able to
Yeah,
pump.
but sometimes you get unforeseen circumstances and then your pump gets full and then you just have to operate on the pump, and if it doesn't work, you get a new pump. Thank you, Dutch. What?
There's so much more that goes with that. When you pumping out that water, grade B, when 4 ships in and the beach chairs line from end to end, how you test that water?
You have to test it.
Of course, what you think coming out of the salt pond, formerly known as the salt pond?
Water.
Shit.
Oh,
I leave it, you could
Yes.
beep that one.
yeah.
Beep, coming out of that.
Yeah.
High E. coli content
Feces.
under more things from all the area around there.
So when we have 6 ships in,
And I'm not saying that grade B is like that. But when you pumping, when you letting out the water from the grade B and it going to the channel on top and the channel underneath, right? The fresh pond and the salt pond. When you open that, what's the quality of the water that's going in there? Nobody know. Nobody testing it. And then when that water reach in front of Great Bay there, do we test the shoreline? Go out? I'm asking the questions rhetorically. The answer is no. You know why it's not done? Because I ain't there. Let me just tell you. Plain and simple. I ain't there, so it's not being done. But these are all the things that go along with opening that pump and making sure one leads to the next. And if the water quality is not adequate, you need to put a sign there so that these people don't use the water, or etc. Or you need to make sure that there's a coordinated effort, that you don't do the two at the same time, because there's an increased risk of bacteria and people getting sick. That's just a risk that you run. What are the control mechanisms in place?
Hopefully the government is going to fix this very soon. That's all I have. That's all I have. That's it. The government going to fix it soon. Yeah.
Like the airport and the hospital?
And GB. Yeah. And the port. And the roads.
You know what? You know what hurt my feelings?
Yeah, you were just about to say heart, and I was like, no, you don't got one. So what are you talking about?
Yeah, I ain't got none of those.
Yeah.
But what my brain?
What hurt in your brain?
You know, the hospital. When you pass there, and you passing round the roundabout, you got LU right there, you got Cahill, and then you got a pond. And the raw sewage coming from the hospital. The hospital. The place where our sicknesses are all in one place, coming out through the bowel movements of people and mutating and formulating and becoming new and excited creatures right there, and then just being pumped, because I could smell the high levels of heart rate. That means there's not enough oxygen, there's not a sufficient breakdown, so you're dealing with a high bacterial content. And that is going straight right, so right into the school there. You see tourists on the scooter, on the four-wheelers in there. We just sit on some disasters waiting to happen, you know. Like, oh, man.
Yeah, and then sometimes we have to sit with disasters on a weekly basis and having to listen to them talking about feces. You made my day today. Thank you. Of course, Politricks will be back next week. You know, the political situation will die down a little bit now because it's going to be Christmas time very soon. And I'm just joking. No, it won't. They got so much things going on. You crazy? Everybody got a bet right now whether government go fall before, whether by Carnival or it's just going to take place in November.
Yeah.
But for now, it looked like everybody's happy. So
government and government can't fall. They don't sit down. They go only lay down.
They're going to lay down. Yeah.
Stay on it.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching Politricks. And of course, until next week, do have a wonderful weekend.
Don't forget your floaties.
Her 15 looking real 20. Conversation real spicy. When she miss me, she give me plenty.
Mine. She call me Big Papa. When I hold her tongue, she feel proper. And wow, this is why I rate her. Cause she's my next door neighbor. Long time.
Old woman, just give you what you want.
Oh, what you want, what you want.
Old woman, just give you what you need.
Okay, what you
Sometimes old woman, just give you what you like.
oh, what you like, what you like.
Old woman, just make me feel so sweet. I don't care what you call me. I the cougar slicer. Cougar slicer. I the cougar slicer. Call me the cougar slicer. I the cougar slicer. Day and night I'm ready to nicer. Yeah. I the cougar slicer. Call me the cougar slicer. Yeah.
Patsy, Janet.
You're my sugar, my sugar, my sugar, my sugar.
RC to the baby. Love that.
Hey, Chacaron. Carnival time again. They say we have to work triple overtime now.
Well, tell them I'm not working for Juve morning, eh?
What you say?
Come here, molest my brains, corrupt my system, swap.
Freeze. Bend down, touch your toes. Freeze.
Let's going.
Bend over, touch the ground. Freeze.
Yes, swap. Keep still, don't moving. Freeze. Spread your wings.
Come here, let me search you, search you, search you.
Hands up.
Search you, search you, search you.
Now to the left.
Search you, search you, search you.
Now to the right.
Search you, search you, search you. I know. Carnaval, atrove.
Hey, swap. Distress, atrove.
Hey, Chacaron. I quit it.
Atrove. I know, swap. Kevin, atrove.
It's bacchanal again. On this little island.
Noise every day. Hey, swap. No silence.
People going crazy, jamming like they stallions.
No clothes on. Looking like Kardashian.
Freeze. Bend down, touch your toes. Freeze. Bend over, touch the ground.
Freeze. Keep still. Don't moving. Freeze. Spread your wings.
Come here, let me search you, search you, search you.
Hands up.
Search you, search you, search you.
Now to the left.
Search you, search you, search you.
Now to the right.
Search you, search you, search you.
Charlon, you must to know I'm not working.
Jover morning, no? Chacaron, what caca? You talk to me.
I want to jam in my jockey.
All I see is the girls down, looking sexy. I just want to whine on the Cory.
Calling six swat, tell them bye. Fit Jackie, Ataka King. Look, Randy and Bobby.
Freeze. Bend down, touch your toes. Freeze. Bend over, touch the ground.
Freeze. Keep still, don't moving. Freeze. Let's go in. Spread your wings.
Come here, let me search you, search you, search you.
Hands up.
Search you, search you, search you.
Now to the left.
Search you, search you, search you.
Now to the right.
Search you, search you, search you.
Big shout out to all the people that are listening to this song and getting familiar.
Yeah, back at ya. I'm in Shadow Man, of course, of course. I'm a good brethren, they're with me. In there, Terry Seals, you know it already. Sunshine City, TNT. Yeah, it's all about that goodness. This is how we do it. Party music, y'all. We keeps it live, you heard? No. I see you by the bus stop every day. I just wanna say hello, but I don't know if you would say hi. Something keep holding back my words. In my heart it's very strong, but in my mind I'm very shy. I like the way you wear those tight jeans and those high heel shoes. You look just like a queen. One day I'm gonna get the confidence to talk to you, baby. Just keep looking the way you're looking, and I will take you on a Caribbean cruise, baby. You and me, and we're just gonna be chilling, because the mountains where I'm from, and that is where we're going. Keep looking the way you're looking, and I will take you on a Caribbean cruise, baby. You and me, and we're just gonna be chilling, because the mountains where I'm from, and that is where we're going. The First thing I want you to do when you get here is to take out that boogie and just let down your hair. I want you to feel a Caribbean breeze. Just forget about Manhattan, let me put your mind at ease, yeah. No more talking about work, no more joking about work. This is not your busy city, there is no more skirts. So go on and put on your short pants. We're going to a fit and dance. Just keep looking the way you're looking, and I will take you on a Caribbean cruise, baby, you and me. And it's just gonna be chillin', because in mountains where I'm from, and that is where we're going. Keep looking the way you're looking, and I will take you on a Caribbean cruise, baby, you and me. And we're just gonna be chillin', because in mountains where I'm from, and that is where we're going. I know you love to feel the breeze while sitting under the coconut trees. I know you love to feel your hair blowing up on the highway. That's the flyway. Love to feel the breeze while sitting under the coconut trees. I know you love to feel your hair blowing up on the highway. That's the flyway.
Passionately we be moving, making love romantically while the ship is sailing. Girl, you and I will be grooving while the moon is up, the sky shining. So let's go to the cabin, go and pop the champagne. We're celebrating. There's no place I'd rather be. Here next to you, you next to me, girl. Come on,
just keep looking the way you're looking, and I will take you on a Caribbean cruise, baby, you and me. And we're just gonna be chillin', because in mountains where I'm from, and that is where we're going. Keep looking the way you're looking, and I will take you on a Caribbean cruise, baby, you and me. And we're just gonna be chillin', because in mountains where I'm from, and that is where we're going. I want you to relax your mind. Let me get some cream and massage your spine. Pick a spot on the beach and let's lay down. Let me massage your feet until sundown. We will go on a shopping spree, party till after 3, baby, you and me. Travel near and far, so baby, just stay the way you are. So just keep looking where you're looking. I wanna take you on a Caribbean cruise, baby, you and me. And we're just gonna be chillin', because the mountains where I'm from, and that is where we're going. Keep looking the way you're looking. I wanna take you on a Caribbean cruise, baby, you and me. And we're just gonna be chillin', because the mountains where I'm from, and that is where we're going. Keep looking the way you're looking. I wanna take you on a Caribbean cruise, baby, you and me. And we're just gonna be chillin', because the mountains where I'm from, and that is where we're going. Keep looking the way you're looking. I wanna take you on a Caribbean cruise, baby, you and me. And we're just gonna be chillin', because the mountains where I'm from, and that is where we're going. Yeah, this how we do it in Sunshine City. Me, you, party all the time. Fun in the sun. That's how we do it down here, you heard? Yeah. It's all about that music, y'all. Just feel good, you heard?